Welcome back to another episode of the Olave Boys podcast. I'm Isaiah Olave. Got my brother Josh Olave right here with us. Um,
Yeah, back at it.
Back at it. Make sure you guys continue to like and subscribe on YouTube at Olave Boys Podcast. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and X at Olave Boys Pod. Down there on the ticker, OLAVEBOYZPOD. Olave Boys Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And then Olave Boys podcast on YouTube. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys for following along. Uh, Jumping into today, we got a episode, just some NFL talk on what's been going on around the league. NFL season getting ready to start up within the next few days. Some news that's popped up around the league. Rashee Rice suspended 6 games for the Chiefs. Josh, I know you're a Chiefs fan. How do you feel that's going to affect the team? Do you feel like it's going to affect the team, or do you have anybody in mind to step up in his place?
I mean, I don't feel like it's not going to affect the team bad. He got hurt early in the season last year, and they made it to the Super Bowl. So, he for sure is a difference maker. I think Travis is probably gonna be the go-to guy when he's gone. The first 6 games you said?
6 games, yep.
Yes, I'm
For his,
first six
for
games.
his,
So
I think his incident last season. We don't really got to get into the details, but like you say, he's coming off an injury, which I mean, it'll probably only help him get more healthier since he's coming off
yeah,
injury. You know what I mean? But you mentioned Travis being a number one go to guy. Do you feel like at this stage in his career he could still be that as a tight end one, just leading the team?
for sure. The way he played, like he gonna lead the game when he's ready. So I feel like he still got 1,000 yards eating this year.
He didn't. He didn't reach 1,000 last year, did he? I think it was kind of a
No, he
down
didn't
year
reach
for him,
last year,
right?
but yeah, but the offense just wasn't that good as a whole.
Yeah, I feel you. Um, yeah, Rashee Rice out for the first six games. Do you? I think, kind of sidebar. I think this might be Travis last year. I think
Maybe.
him getting married, proposed his girlfriend or his now fiance Taylor Swift. You know what they got going on. Seems like he's kind of moving towards that tail. I mean, he's kind of been on the tail end of his career, still productive, but I think like this might be the last year. What you think?
Nah, he gonna put up 1,000. He gonna put up 1,000 this year. Man, this is like the perfect setup for him this year. I feel like just because he has two speed guys on the outside. That's gonna. It's a lot of attention on Travis, but with these two speed guys on the outside, Worthy and Brown, and then when you work Rice back in, it's like he gonna be getting single coverage now and those type of things. So that's why I feel like he gonna put up a lot of yards this year.
Yeah, I still feel like it might be the last little year though, but we'll see. Um, I mean, ideally, he probably want to go out with a bowl, go out on top. Kind of
Hmm.
join his brother in retirement and stuff like that. I don't know if he plans on having kids or whatever the case may be, but kind of taking the next step in his career and his life.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
in other news, the New Orleans Saints named Spencer Rattler their starting quarterback to start the season. It was kind of a two-man battle between Rattler and Tyler Shuck, the second-round pick for the Saints. Uh, how do you feel? How do you feel about that decision? Obviously, we've kind of mentioned it before. Chris, we have ties to the Saints, so obviously a little biased or whatever towards the Saints. So, how do you feel about that situation and them choosing Spencer to start the season as quarterback one?
I like the move. Spencer has some. What did he play about 6 games last year? So I feel like he got some experience already. I feel like it was the right guy to go to because if you go to Tyler from the jump, you can't just go back to Spencer after that. So the right move is to go to Spencer, and if things ain't going as planned, then you can make the move to Tyler, see how he do at the end of the year. But yeah, I feel like this is the right move for the Saints.
Yeah, I feel like last year he kind of really got dealt a bad hand. A lot of injuries. Obviously, Chris was out for a good amount of games. She was out for a good amount of games. Um,
Hmm.
a bunch of different injuries, kind of getting in and out the lineup between him, Derek Carr, and Jake Hayner. So it was kind of just a messy situation. The O line was banged up, didn't really have the protection he needed to show what he could. So
Hmm.
kind of a fresh start to start the season. Like you mentioned, you don't want to just throw your rookie in there and kind of shock his confidence. Let him continue to grow. Let him continue to develop and get coached up. And then, if need be, and they need to make a change, then he should be ready to get up in there and let your second year quarterback see what he can do with a healthy roster and start the season on a clean slate. So
Yep.
I mean, from what the report said, and the competition during the what is it, mini camp or training camp, it kind of seemed like Spencer Rattler kind of had the slight edge. Uh, but when
Hmm.
he's on the field, it kind of seems like the team kind of rallies around him. You know what I mean? Supports him. Um, so that's good to see. Hopefully, he can start the season on a good note and put up some numbers and lead the Saints to some dubs.
Yep. I agree.
Go ahead. I'll let you take the lead on this one. Just if you want to talk about Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin just got after sitting out the whole mini camp. He just got paid. Finally got his payday. He get about 4 years.
Then you got 3 for 96, so 32 a year.
So 32 a year. Up there with the top five highest paid, I believe, in the league.
Yep, in that range. I think what you got. You got Jamar,
Jamar
Jettas,
Jettis,
CD, DK,
Garrett.
DK Garrett, then Terry. So six probably.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Uh,
so well
Go ahead.
deserved. I feel like he's well deserved. So how do you feel about the situation?
I think it was well deserved too. He's had he's played with a bunch of different quarterbacks and he's consistently put up 1,000 yard seasons. I think I was actually just looking at his stats right now. He had I think he's had 1,000 pretty much every season, like right around 1,000, like 1,004, 1,009, like around that range. But last year he put up like 13 tubs compared to his like usual, 4 to 6 tubs. So he had a hell of a season. So he's super consistent even with the inconsistent quarterback play he's had, and now he finally has a franchise quarterback. So,
Yeah.
um, but I think, what do you think about the whole situation? It kind of seemed like the Commanders didn't want to really pay him that. How do you feel about
Yeah,
that?
I didn't like that. I didn't like that about the Commanders because he was there when y'all was in last in the division every year, still producing. So as soon as they go to get that 1 year when they make it to the NFC Championship, they try to act like he wasn't a big part of it. That didn't sit right with me. But I'm glad he got what he deserved at the end of the day, and I expect him to do some big things this year too.
Yeah, for sure, most definitely. Yeah, I think I don't know. It's kind of fishy. You got a team captain. Like I said, he's been there through the when they was taking a bunch of L's. You know what I mean? Going through a bunch of different quarterbacks. So I mean, I know it's a business and negotiations and all that happen, but you got to take care of
Mhm.
your guys and especially your captains. And I know Terry does a good amount of stuff in the community and off the field. So he's well loved in that DC area and positive influence definitely. So I thought they could have probably could have handled that a little bit sooner and just gave him what he wanted and what he needed. But I understand it's a business and negotiations and all that stuff happens. So I'm glad, like you said, he got paid and hopefully he continues to ball out, stays healthy, and has another big season.
Yeah,
Um, Another contract that got figured out was Trey Hendrickson. Kind of like Terry, but Trey, I don't know if Terry requested a trade. Did he request a trade?
I think he might have.
He might have, but Trey Hendrickson requested a trade. Obviously, the Bengals took care of Jamar Chase. They took care of Joe Burrow last year. I think took care of T Higgins and Chase this same offseason. Trey Hendrickson has been putting up numbers. I want to say he had close to a 20 sack season last year, led the league in sacks, and he was only getting paid like what 16 million, and he wanted to be up there with the Miles Garrett's and the higher paid guys. Um, they ended up restructuring his deal, so he's getting $30 million this year, a $14 million raise. Didn't add any extra years, so he's still going to be an unrestricted free agent after this season. Um, I think I want to say he's the sixth highest paid edge rusher. Might be seventh now that Micah got his deal yesterday. But in that top 10 highest paid edge rushers, um, Do you feel like that's a fair deal? Do you feel like he could have got more? Kind of the same situation as the Commanders. The Bengals are kind of, usually a little bit stingy with, you know, choosing to pay guys. What do you think on that situation?
I think it's fair deal. I feel like they for sure need to part their ways after this year. So I feel like that's why he just got the raise this year. Because I think they went through the same thing last year. I think they might have went through the same thing last year.
Hmm.
He was trying to get paid. So I think it's time for him for just to get a new start, get this raise this year, see what they do as a squad, and then part his ways, see what his value is in the market.
Yeah, he probably. I mean, probably ending up betting on himself again this year, just because, like you
Mhm.
said, it's just this 1 year deal. So hopefully he stays healthy and could get that another big deal. But I think he's kind of a little bit up there in age. I want to say maybe 30 or so. So how the NFL is. Once you hit that 30-year-old mark, they don't want to pay nobody no more. So hopefully,
Ain't Watt in his 30s?
you said what?
Ain't TJ Watt in his 30s? I'm tripping.
I, what
Miles
was TJ?
Garrett too.
I don't know. I don't know, but you know how it goes. You know how it goes when they hit 30, they act like you can't play no more. You just old.
Yeah.
So as long as he keeps producing, he should be good. Um, but yeah, the Bengals is a little messy situation. I kind of feel like they're in the same situation as like the Cowboys. You know what I mean? They got all this firepower on offense, and the defense is a little suspect. They don't want to spend no money on defense, which is not a problem. But I mean, if you're gonna pay all the offensive players, then you got to build through the drafts on defense. So hopefully they can get some draft picks and build up that defense because that defense kind of hurt them last year when Burrow and them was putting up like 30 plus.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do on defense, especially if he leave next year.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see how that goes. Another AFC North player got paid. Another one from what draft class was Chris? 2021, 2022,
21.
20. It might have been 21. I can't remember, but no, it's 22, right? Because COVID was 2020. Yeah, so this 2022 draft class, right? They're starting to get paid. Yeah, 2022.
Yeah.
This 2022 draft class starting to get paid. We seen it with Garrett inked his deal. Sauce Gardner inked his deal. Stingley inked his deal. Who else? We missing anybody? I don't know if Cook was in that same class, but Cook just inked a deal. And Kyle Hamilton was the next one to ink a deal. Became the highest paid safety in the league. 4 year, $100.4 million deal. About 25 a year. I think he passed Kirby Joseph from the Lions. Um, Kyle Hamilton, All Pro safety, so he got paid. How do you feel about him as a player?
Great. One of the best. He gonna be one of the best players, one of the best defensive players for sure. In this little era. So yeah, he might be in talks for defensive player of the year too. I forgot about him. But yeah, he was well deserved. What he had 2 All Pros already, or this is his first one.
I'm not 100% sure. I know he has one for sure, maybe two, but
Yeah,
yeah,
but
hell of a player.
you could just tell he's up and coming, and he gonna be dominating the league for a good period of
Ye-
time.
Yeah, I think one of his best attributes is that he's so versatile. You know what I mean? He's like 6'2", 6'3". What is he? 6'4"?
Yeah,
Between
yeah,
6'2" and 6'4". I know he's big ass safety, but versatile, right? He could play center field. He could play strong safety. He could come up in the box, tackle, take your tight ends. You know what I mean? Super versatile. Play the run game, but then also, like you said, play center field. Play center field for that secondary. And I think this is a big year for the Ravens. I think this might be the year that they take it. They made some moves on both offensively and defensively. I think they picked up DeAndre Hopkins right on the offense.
mhm,
They got DeAndre Hopkins, Zay Flowers, Bateman. Still got Derrick Henry. Still got Lamar. Uh, Run game. Isaiah Likely tight end. They still got Mark Andrews.
yeah,
Mark Andrews. So they got two tight ends. Offense should be great once again. Then on the defensive end, always a good defense. They picked up Jair Alexander, so that could allow Marlon Humphrey to move around in the slot kind of star role, move him around. So that secondary should be a little more solidified. And they play in a tough division, like you said, with the Steelers, Bengals, and Browns. So defense is definitely needed in that division.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Kyle Hamilton, 25 M's a year, highest paid safety. The craziest one of the offseason, probably. Another big-time young talent from Dallas getting traded. Obviously, Luka Doncic got traded to the Lakers during the season. Now, Micah Parsons, another young talent from Dallas, gets traded to Green Bay for Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks. And he signs a record deal, 4-year, $188 million extension.
Crazy.
With $36 million guaranteed, highest paid non-QB in NFL history.
Crazy. Crazy.
Crazy. So, I mean, I don't even know where to start. I'll let you go ahead first if you talk about that one. So,
I mean,
first off, before you jump into it, do you think this was a fair trade? Fair trade, and then whether or not it's a good trade.
I'm not doing it if I'm the Cowboys. But I mean, they gave up 2 first rounders and Kenny Clark. People don't know who Kenny Clark is. Kenny Clark like that.
Yeah, Kenny Clark, a nice run stopping D tackle, which the Cowboys can't stop the run or haven't been able to stop the run. So it kind of helps them fill a hole. But
do I consider it fair? I mean, yeah. If you don't want to pay, you ain't got no choice.
Yeah. See, I was arguing yesterday. I think it's not a bad trade. Like, obviously, you don't want to trade an all-pro, one of probably the top 5 player in the league. But at the same time, you got 2 first-round picks and a pretty much an all-pro player at defensive tackle. So, and then you don't got to pay him, what is it, like 48 million a year, 47 million a year?
47
so you saving money, you get an extra first-round pick. But it's kind of like what I mentioned with the Bengals, right? If you got all this firepower on offense, now you're going to have to build your defense through the draft, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Jerry Jones is betting on building up the defense through the draft or, trading picks or whatever the case may be. But, he has Dak, he has CD, he has George Pickens now, Ferguson, tight end. So that offense is going to probably have to carry. But
yeah, it's time for Jerry to. He got to hang him up. You don't do that, bro. You don't trade Micah Parsons. Like, that's, come on.
Yeah, it's insane.
Do that.
But
I don't care.
I mean,
you make sure he paid. You'll figure the rest out later. But yeah, you come on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to say. But I kind of understand though, because you just made Dak the highest paid player in the league. Then you got CD, who's the 3rd highest paid, receiver in the league, and then you're gonna make pay Micah Parsons. That's probably what 70% of your salary cap.
That's what you got to do. You got to do that. I'm doing it. Like, Micah, what you need? Here you go. Okay.
I'm saying if you do that, then you gotta hit home runs in the draft, or the rest of your roster gonna be kind of.
But so, I mean, that's you don't trade him. This is Micah Parsons we talking about.
So let's look at it from the other side now. So how do you see it from the Packers' point of view? Are they immediately NFC favorites?
No, they ain't favorites.
I still got Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles the real deal. But then I still got Detroit up in there too.
So you don't even have them as the favorite to win the NFC North still.
There's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be like the Minnesota and Detroit last year.
Do you think Minnesota still? You think Minnesota's still in that combo?
No, they took a step back. I think JJ McCarthy he need a year. But yeah, with the Parsons trade, they went to a contender for sure though. They got that's all they needed. They needed just that dog. They got when they got who they I don't know if they got corners like that.
I feel like they might need a corner. They might be a corner away.
Did they? I think they
I mean,
did
but if
they
you got a
draft one?
if you got a crazy pass rush, it don't even matter, right?
The offense already crazy, so
I don't
they
know.
said,
I can't remember who they drafted. I know they drafted Golden first round, so they got the wide receiver one that they needed.
mm-hmm.
They still
Yeah,
got Josh Jacobs,
Jaden Reed,
Jaden Reed, what is it? Wicks, Dobbs,
yeah, all them receivers.
Christian Watson coming off the knee.
Yeah, they set on offense already. Then they just needed that Micah Parsons. They got McKinney at safety. He
They got
top five.
McKinney. They got McKinney and Bullard safeties.
Yeah, I just don't know
I
what
think
the
the
corners is.
corners they got Keyshawn Nixon. And I mean,
Yeah.
outside of
Yeah.
that, it's a little shaky. So
But
but
like I said,
if you got crazy pass rush, you can hide that.
I'm saying they took that. You feel me? They took that. Okay, we got to pay Parsons first, and we gonna figure out the rest later. They took that mentality. It's like, well, we need this dude though.
Yeah, and they got I mean they've been drafting super good too. So I think they got the youngest roster in the league. So
Yeah,
they
they gonna be.
they're
It was well deserved though. I like 4 for 188. I
man,
was well, he jumped
that's
6 million on everybody.
that's insane. But hey, man, shout out to David Mulgeta. He got him paid. So
Yeah,
he did his Dougie on that one.
but as a GM, are you doing that? I'm doing it.
As
I
I'm
don't,
doing what? Am I trading for Micah Parsons?
are you trading for Micah Parsons and
Oh,
are you giving up 2 firsts and paying him?
you know me. What Brown say? F them picks. You can have them. And
and you
he's
said
still young. He's still at 26,
26.
just touching the prime. So I mean, the chances of I mean, them picks is probably gonna be in the 20s anyways. Which
Exactly.
it's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? T.J. Watt was drafted like I want to say 30. So you always find great players and gems. But I mean, what's the chances of you not finding you might get a bust or something. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like take the for sure talent right now.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm doing it for sure, and I'm not giving them up.
Hey,
So
so they got like a with between Parks' contract and Jordan Love's contract. I mean, and then they just paid Jacobs last offseason, so they got a what a 3-4 year window before it kind of gets a little messy, and they got to start paying other people.
yeah,
So,
all their receivers is pretty much on rookie deals.
yep. So safety. I mean, they pay McKinney. They got Bullard, and I think they got Quay Walker coming up. Um, so
But yeah,
we'll see.
we'll figure that out in years to
Hey, yeah,
come.
exactly, exactly.
They
F
trying
them.
to compete this year.
Yep, F them picks. That's all I have for what NFL talk. I mean, there's minor stuff that went on too. I think Thielen got traded back to the Vikings. Vikings receiving core is a little bit beat up, so he gets a reunion there. What else? What else has been going on? I think Joe Mixon is starting the year on PUP. He's gonna miss a few games. Uh, any other trades that we missed, or anybody that got paid?
I think so. Trying to see. I know I just made this my fantasy team.
Oh, how your fantasy squad looking?
We gonna win it.
Come on.
So I had the number one. I had the number one pick, right?
So who you take one?
I had to take Chase. No
Oh yeah,
question.
Jamar.
I had to take Chase.
So
And
read
I,
the starting lineup right now.
we got CJ at quarterback.
C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, CJ Stroud. We
Okay.
got Aston Genty at running back.
Okay.
Brees Hall, running back.
Okay. Okay.
Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors, Tyler Warren at tight end. Expect him to do some. Garrett in the flex.
How many
I got
people in this league?
10.
Sound like
Garrett,
people don't know how to draft.
my team like that, right?
How you get all them on one team?
Got the Commanders defense and then Brandon Aubrey at kicker.
Like, come on, fool.
They
Like,
didn't have Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb on the bench. I'm about to start him. I don't know.
he not. I mean, I don't feel like he's not gonna really do much.
Joe Mixon hurt out. Come on.
Still
Who
though.
about that? Devontae Adams.
Who in that league? Kai, Vajay, and all them.
Yep. Cooper
Yeah,
Cup.
I know they took some BS.
Cooper Cup. And then I got Sheed too.
Who took
Jaden
Chris?
Reed.
Vajay?
Nah, somebody stole him when I was about to get him. I got Braylon Allen on the bench too, so I got both Jets running backs.
Jets running back. Shit, that's a cool. Javonte Williams, star running back for the Cowboys.
Come on. Now Vajay took Gibbs. What's his running back from the Dolphins?
A-Chain.
Yep. Jamar. Not Jamar. Jettis.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the team sad though. Yeah, they sad. They got Russell Wilson.
Before we wrap it up, obviously college football week 1, big games this weekend. Who you like? Who you like in the big games? O State, Texas. Who you got? I already know who you. You know, I already know who you got.
O State, like, no question.
O State close game or blowout?
It's gonna be close.
Good fate.
Good little fight. Yeah, it's gonna be like a 23-20 type game.
Okay. Yeah, you know I gotta go with O State too. Julian saying, you know, gotta rock with Dago. So O State, I got O State in that game. Then you got who else? Bama, Florida State.
Bama. That's gonna be might
Thrashing.
be 20 plus. Yeah, 21 plus at least.
Covering the spread, 14.5.
Yeah, definitely. Cover.
Then we got who else? We got big games. We got Clemson, LSU. Ooh, that's a good one.
They said Clemson like that, but is Clemson best team?
Are they like that?
That's what I'm hearing. What ranking they get preseason?
They 4 versus 9.
They probably got everybody return, huh? D-line, O-line.
Clemson home game.
Yeah, I gotta go with LSU, bro. Nola.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna go LSU too, but because they lost like 5 straight openers, they can't just keep taking L's.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then plus, I think if Clemson if they lose one, they get in the ACC, so it's not really like it's going to affect them much. Versus LSU losing, and then they got to go play the SEC schedule. Like LSU, they really got no room to take no L's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Clemson. They say Clemson like that. Then
hey, prime time ABC, so I'm for sure gonna be tuned into that one.
We got the Buffs tonight. Who they got?
They got Georgia Tech. You know I got to rock with Dion.
I got the Buffs. Buffs.
Last little good one of the weekend, I think, or ranked one, is on Sunday. So you got Notre Dame at Miami.
Notre Dame at Miami. I'm gonna go to Notre Dame.
I'm going Miami on that one. I'm not gonna lie to you. Miami more of a veteran quarterback. I don't know who Notre Dame's starting quarterback is. Coming off a natty, but
I'm just going with Marcus Freeman.
Yeah, true. I'm going with. I'm gonna rock with Miami on that one. I think they're gonna take it. But yeah, that's all we got for today. Quick little NFL update. Couple little college football game previews. Quick little episode. Once again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe on Olave Boys Podcast on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at Olave Boys Pod. Once again, like and subscribe on YouTube, Olave Boys Podcast. Follow the TikTok, the Instagram, and Twitter at Olave Boys Pod. We're gonna try to be a lot more consistent, dropping some content for you guys, chopping it up about sports and other things. So make sure you guys show some love and support. Go ahead, brother.
Yes, sir. Like and subscribe, bro. I'm trying to quit this job, so trying to make this my everyday thing.
Hey,
For real.
help us, please. Help us,
This
please.
money. Yeah.
Trying to get this money on. Nah, but for real, make sure you guys keep supporting. We appreciate all the love. And we enjoy it. Most of all, we enjoy doing this. So appreciate you guys for continued support. Look forward to doing it again. Appreciate you, brother.
Yep.